Welcome to the next episode of the Bowling Green Dynasty. Today, we look to extend our win streak to 7 as we play the Akron Zips. Will we extend the lead, the best winning streak that we've ever had? It's time to find out. We'll see at the end of the game. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Welcome everyone to Akron, Ohio, and home of the Akron Zips, where the fans have been eagerly anticipating this matchup, one that could call back the glory days once seen in the old Rubber Bowl. Today, an in-state clash between two teams from the state of Ohio, and here football is important, and beating an in-state rival carries a little more weight. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the Bowling Green Falcons, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Akron Zips. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Falcons will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Akron's offense will go to work first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football.
There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Zips racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to do a better job with the sub.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Second down now after the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Catch in the middle, it's Adams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Zips are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't meet the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Zips will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Bowling Green's offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll pull it on the read. Running into the open space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Falcons can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And the Falcons pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground with the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
Off the RPO, complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. He'll do it himself. Thrust that arm out. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Zips want to crank the tempo.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Off the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Got it behind the line. It's Curry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. And this offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Just keeps swinging it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And there he is, the nation's leader in sacks, coming up with yet another one. Week after week, teams try to find a way to stop this.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He gets a hand on it. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back to pass on second down. They've got the screen set up. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He's in open space downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Falcons come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Finds his tight end. Sweet cut there. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. From the red zone, looking for a space. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BG.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Connection to the right. There he goes! Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Zips headed quickly to the line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense,
gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The give to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautifully.
He's got the back in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Zips are in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Adams. He's at the touchdown, Akron. He got a step and just dusted the field. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by just 1 over Middle Tennessee. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Across the 30, out to the 33, engage 4 on the play.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Flips it out on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Toss sweep right. And some room to work. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Well, they go with a toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. Nice carry.
Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. The give to the fullback. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. This offense starts deep in a hole. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw.
Quarterback gets sacked at his own 2-yard line. Give the defense a ton of credit. They were going for the safety, and they almost got it. Great effort up front by the D.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Turning it on! Tripped up for the tackle. The Zips want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They punt it away on 4th down. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Strong, firm tackle.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll keep it on the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. And scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, the ground game.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to bank.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Defense. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Akron.
And the Zips will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On the ground, it's Potts. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Looking to buy time. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Falcons are rolling down the field. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory. And he loses the football. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job.
Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got it in the middle, it's sharp. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Wants to go up top on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Adams. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Reese. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last two games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys are there looking at the quarterback. They're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21, Akron, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Davis. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Grab behind the line. It's Newell. On the move at the 30. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Zips in the hurry-up.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Reese.
Man, I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Offense, quick tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Adams. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Offense scoops it up and still going. The Zips now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Under fire.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Zips will call on their punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Looking for room, it's Potts. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Falcons come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the fullback. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Sharp. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Falcons are on the move. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Falcons kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Looking for the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, BG. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 5 over USF. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Zips will hustle to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Makes the grab on the left. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle.
Pulls it in down the sideline. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Zips. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Akron, 21.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Give to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period. Bowling Green is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Keeps it on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time. And the defense was able to get a negative play.
Makes the catch. It's Davis. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Run it with the fullback. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's sharp. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That was such a risky call with the lead late in the game to go for it on 4th down. That could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bowling Green. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. Rick just keeps moving. Bulldozes his way through. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Zips come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Akron! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
To the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Lanier. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the fullback. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Falcons need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And that is big time, late in the game, that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football, because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
Sticks it in his belly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's a one-possession game in the fourth. They'll try to get outside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Turning it on! How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. The Zips moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back up.
And that's a live ball. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pulls it in, it's Williams. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Louisville is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Stanford. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Zips in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Had to throw it before he wanted. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
He'll keep it himself. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Zips have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Falcons. The defense putting points on the board. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
49, Akron 28.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Bowling Green dominates defensively and pulls away the final score 49-28. Bowling Green over Akron.
We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly
2
delivered.
defensive touchdowns in the final 3
you love
minutes
this type of game.
of
Both
this ball
offenses
game.
going
You're
up
going to see
and
here
down
on
the
this full
field.
summer.
Seemingly it will. Throwing the ball, running the ball, but David,
Matt
I feel like
Stevenson
if
and
you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't
talent,
really get too much of
to the
that stuff,
top.
but you know, listen, you got to
29,
get a few
39,
stops late in the
310
game. You got to
touchdown
get one
in the
actually just got a one stop with this many
Ponce,
points.
21 for 84
You got to stop
scores.
late. That's why you got the
And
dub.
Kennedy 12 for
Thanks so
44
much
and a
for spending
touchdown.
some time with
Ruffin
us. For David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese
Sharp,
Davis.
7
This
for
has been
37 and a
another
touchdown.
presentation of EA Sports College Football.
2 picks. Andrew Williams and Kalel Pascal both got picks and both returned both of them for touchdowns. So, Warner 7 for 7 on extra points. And punt returns, the longest of a 35-yard punt return. We'll see how Bowling Green again finds a way to flat out dominate. So, Laren Fina commits the 4-star. And we are ranked for the first time. 24th ranked Bowling Green State University Falcons are in the college football playoff rankings. Andrew Williams, Defensive Player of the Week in the MAC, and National Defensive Player of the Week. Holy crap. And next week, oh boy, next week's a big one. We play the Toledo Rockets. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and go Falcons!